Hi, I'm Corinne with Thompson RV in Pendleton, Oregon. Today I'm standing in a brand new 2023 Outdoors RV Blackstone 250RKS Titanium Series. So the Titanium Series is going to be the nicest of all of the Outdoors RV models. I have a whole YouTube video on just what the Titanium Series, all the different features that it has over a Mountain Series. I will link that down below in the show notes. Along with that, I always put the full length, weight, carrying capacities, all of that down below. So one of the reasons this 250 RKS is super popular for us is because it has two opposing slide outs in the main living area. And then also it has a fabulous rear kitchen with tons of counter space and the pantry with a light in it. So you're not going to find this type of a pantry in a trailer of this length very often. So that's a really cool feature. With the Titanium Series, you're going to get the stainless steel appliances, plus the stove that has the autopilot ignition on the oven. That's a cool feature. This is going to act as a secondary counter space when you're not cooking on the stove. And then you just flip it back and cook. And then right behind here, this is going to be your knife rack. So you can just insert your knives right in there so that they're safe while traveling. Because it's a Titanium Series, you're going to have the solid hardwood doors. As you can see, there is a ton of cabinet space in this model. New for 2023, they went to solid hardwood drawers. And again, tons and tons of cabinet space in this. Pot and pan drawer below the stove. And then a spice rack. Again, Titanium Series feature. It's got the high arc faucet with the pull out, and is in the same with all Outdoors RV models. You've got the single basin farm style sink with the wire rack in the bottom that protects the sink. And then you always have these nice solid surface countertop covers. That way when you're not using the sink, you can use this as prep space as well. Coming over here, this slide out is going to have your mountain dinette. So Outdoors RV a few years ago, it's been quite a few now, they switched away from the U-shaped dinette that had the little tiny table and they went with the big mountain dinette. When they did that, what this gives you is a 7-foot sleeping area. So even if you have a grandson that's 6'2" or a hunting buddy and somebody that needs to sleep on this area, it's actually a very large bed. Makes down easy. They use marine grade table bases, so it's sturdy. I mean, you have to really, really shake just to even get it to move. High quality. I mean, obviously, if it's going to work in a $250,000 yacht, it's going to work in this trailer. So that's a cool feature. You just drop this, you take off the table legs, drop it down into here, put the cushions down, and it makes into a bed. We also have a YouTube video on that. Under here, again, solid hardwood doors, and then they have added a latch so that when you're going down the road, it'll lock and it won't come open. Another thing to note is that Outdoors RV uses extremely heavy-duty ball-bearing drawer guides, 150 pounds to be exact. They have to special order them because nobody else in the industry uses that heavy of a ball-bearing guide. So they use a heavy-duty ball-bearing drawer guide, but then on top of that, all of their drawer bottoms are inserted into a groove, glued, and stapled. So everything, this bottom drawer, I mean, what good does it do to have a 150-pound drawer guide if the bottom falls out, right? So they've made, maybe not this little silverware drawer, you're not going to put 150 pounds in, but something like one of these pot and pan drawers, you're going to put a cast iron pot or something in there, and that's going to be a sturdy drawer. Just like everything Outdoors RV does, high quality. Because this is a titanium, you're going to get the solid wood around the slide out, the wood around the valances, and then also the slow rise blackout shades throughout the entire trailer. This particular model is available with the optional 110 fireplace. So it's not a gas fireplace, it's 110 electric. You can use it with just the flame on if you don't really need the heat. You can use it with the flame and the heat, or you can turn off the flame and just use it for a heater. So that's a really cool option that they do in most models. There's a handful that don't have a deep enough entertainment center, but anything with a deep enough entertainment center, you can option in the fireplace. Outdoors RV uses all marine grade Jensen flat screen TVs, and these are all LED and they're 12 volts. So you don't have to worry about running a generator or being plugged in order to watch your TV. With that being said, your DVD player, CD player, Bluetooth stereo, obviously that also runs off of 12 volt. And then even more overhead cabinets right here above the TV. On this side, you have the theater seating. It is an option if you want to get the sleeper sofa. The only thing you want to think about in this particular model is when the bed comes out, if somebody was sleeping on this bed and you wanted to go make a cup of coffee, you have to kind of squeak by in order to get around the bed, but it is doable. I mean, it doesn't block the whole entryway. You just have to kind of do a scooch to get around. The theater seating has been our most popular. It is the most comfortable when just sitting in it compared to the two chairs or the sleeper sofa. Also in this slide out, they've extended this one a little bit to put in your Norcold 8 cubic foot refrigerator, and it does have a cold weather kit. So just like everything Outdoors RV, their Four Seasons packages just, so many steps above the rest. They put on a Norcold cold weather kit on the back, so when the cold weather sets in, your fridge isn't tricked to turning off, thinking that the ambient temperature outside, that the fridge is fine. So it'll keep working in freezing temperatures. Here in the bedroom, you're going to get the titanium upgraded mattress. It's a memory foam cooling gel mattress, super comfortable. Solid surface countertops next to the bed, under cabinet lighting, reading lights. This particular unit is equipped with solar, so that's where the solar charge controller goes. So every Outdoors RV is pre-wired for up to 510 watts of roof-mounted solar, and then also a separate solar panel to the outside, which I'll show you later. Blackstones are all available with the optional 50 amp service. So this particular customer had us install the second bedroom air conditioner. In the Pacific Northwest, that's not a huge, that's not like a super important feature, but down south, we do get a lot of people that where it's hot and humid, that they will option in the second bedroom air. Because it's a titanium series, this one also has the Jensen 12 volt TV with the DVD player in the side. The 250 RKS has the Jack and Jill style bathroom. So you have a pocket door from the bedroom and then the main entry door from the living area. Because it's a titanium, you're going to get the solid surface countertops with the underslung stainless steel sink, the upgraded higher arced faucet, and then also the titanium vanity mirror that does have a light. It is 110 only. You also get the custom hardwood medicine cabinet, storage under the sink, a drawer right here, some towel storage right here. I usually roll my towels and stick them in there. And then also you get this wardrobe closet. You can use it as, towel storage or whatever, but it does have a removable shelf here and then more hanging storage right there. So that's really neat because if you want to fold jeans and hang them or whatever you want to use that for, it gives you more hanging space than just next to the bed. You also get upgraded hardware in the shower. It does come with the glass shower door, and then also the shower does have a little bench inside of it. Last but not least, with the slide outs in, you can access the fridge, the pantry, stove, the entire kitchen, all of the cabinets and drawers. You can access the bedroom, the bathroom. The only thing you can't get to is the cabinets above the TV. There's a couple that are just covered by the slide out. We do recommend that you do not sit in the slide outs while they're in. This slide out on the door side is very shallow, so you can actually push that one out if you have just a little bit of extra room at a rest area. The other thing to note is you can step on this carpet lip, but where this plywood is raised up, Just don't step on that plywood. It's actually part of their Four Seasons package. In order to get a fully insulated slide out, it has to come up at an angle, so you don't want to wear that down. Once you put out the slide out, it levels back out. So that's just something to keep in mind. But the entire coach is accessible with the slide outs in. Because this is a titanium series, it does come with the handy dandy little remote. So you can run your awning, you can run the lights under your awning, and then also you can put in your slide outs or put out your slide outs with this handy little remote. So that just docks right on the wall inside the coach. Because it's a titanium, high gloss, Lamilux 4000 gray fiberglass, chrome grab bar handle. They all come with a grab bar handle. This one just happens to be chrome. The elongated entry door window, triple aluminum step. Right here, you're gonna have 110 plugins, exterior marine grade speakers. That's gonna run your CD, DVD player is also Bluetooth. So you can Bluetooth your phone to the stereo and be out under the awning enjoying music. Just remember to turn off the outside speakers if you wanna watch a movie. Save your neighbors listening to the entire movie. This right here is access to your LP quick disconnect to hook up a barbecue. My favorite feature, auto leveling. Because it's a titanium, this comes with one touch auto leveling. When you get to where you're going, you can do it from inside, but we recommend doing it outside. That way you're not in the coach, making it move while it's trying to calibrate the leveling. You've got a little auto leveling switch right in here. You're gonna deploy the auto leveling system and it's gonna do all the work for you. We have a YouTube video on that if you have questions on how that works. Inside you also have a USB and a 12 volt outlet, and that is so you can put in like a 12 volt ice maker, a 12 volt refrigerator, freezer. We sell the Dometic, the really nice 12 volt fridges. So you can put that right in here and have a secondary refrigerator. You've got the diamond plate rubberized flooring on this. So this is what they use in their toy haulers. This stuff is awesome. It's really high grade. So no matter how many times you throw in your hitch or heavy items, it's not gonna cut up the floor in your storage area. All of this is fully insulated because this, if you remember, this is the nightstand next to your bed. So this is all fully insulated. That way you don't get the cold air coming through this compartment up to where you're sleeping. They also use 1 inch thick, fully insulated doors with slam latch components. You're also gonna have, this is your port for your 200 watts of solar on the side. This does not run through that same charge controller that's above the bed. This is a separate system altogether. Outdoors RV on almost every model, just not the Creek side. You're gonna see a full fiberglass front cap that wraps all the way around. The reason they do that is if you can imagine a seam right here and you're driving 70 miles down the road, it's pouring down rain, and you have a driving rain coming in at these corners, obviously that's gonna be a weak point. They wrap this all the way around, and then your molding is here. This is also, this fiberglass, I just found this out. They're made up in Yakima by the company that makes fiberglass parts for Boeing. Everybody knows, in the Pacific Northwest anyway, everybody knows that Boeing is extremely picky. So the fact that Outdoors RV is having their fiberglass front caps made by the same company that satisfies Boeing is a big deal. So this is not plastic, it's not painted, and that's important because if you get rocks coming up, not only does it have this coating on it, but also when you get like little rock dings, any kind of paint is just gonna chip right off. So this is a really high quality front cap. Also, if you're not familiar with their Four Seasons package, Outdoors RV goes way above and beyond with their Four Seasons package. But if you were to see with this cap off, how they insulate their front, they insulate the entire thing, then they add extra insulation around the head of the bed. Just because they have extra room in there, they add extra because that is typically a weak point with most trailers. So they go way above and beyond and over insulate that front cap. Coming around the front, you can see that this is on the 8-inch I-beam chassis. Outdoors RV builds all of their chassis right down the road from their main facility. So every single chassis is built specific to each floor plan. So this is a rear kitchen. Well, back in the day, you would always hear people say, oh, you don't want to buy a rear kitchen because they bounce too much. Well, that's not true. Could be with other brands because they're putting a rear kitchen on the same chassis that they're going to put a rear lounge on. There's no engineering that goes into it whatsoever. A 26 foot is a 26 foot. That's what they do. Outdoors RV, they take into account, okay, this is going to be a rear kitchen. Let's camber the chassis correctly. Let's do everything and engineer it specifically so that we don't get bounce in the rear end. That's what makes Outdoors RV above and beyond everybody else, is because just like building a custom built house, your house is only as strong as your foundation. Heavy duty axles, really good quality tires, good suspension, which I'll get into in a second, and a custom built chassis is going to give you a way better ride than you're going to get with any other manufacturer. This particular unit, not only is it equipped with solar, it has the 4 battery rack, and then this is our custom powder coated aluminum lock box. We have it made here locally by a family owned and operated machine shop, and they do a fabulous job for us. It'll fit 3 Battleborn lithiums or 4 6-volt AGMs. Right here, you've got your power tongue jack, but then you also have your jack caddy. So you can cover your 7-way plug when not in use and get it up off the ground. That way it always works. You can put your safety chains here and also your breakaway cable. This is another access point to your pass-through storage. Frameless dual pane windows because it's a titanium. This is your outside shower. As you can see, they use an insulated door for the outside shower. Strong magnetic catches. This is your black tank flush. These are access points for both your black and your gray tanks, so you can get up under there and pull the handles easier. Because Outdoors RV is a true 4 seasons, all of their valves are up and enclosed in the underbelly. That way it's heated when you're running the furnace. So you don't have your valves sticking way down here where this much of the pipe can freeze. So everything's up and enclosed. Well, it makes it a little hard to get up under there to get to the handles, so they've given you these little hatches so you don't have to bend down quite so far. They also give you a light right here. This is where you're going to fill your 80-gallon freshwater tank, and your valve for that is going to be right under here. It's an 1.5-inch valve. That way you can drain it quicker when coming home from a trip. Slide out topper. You may have noticed on the other side that this model doesn't have the slide out topper on the door side. On the 250RKS, the Glacier Peak F26 RKS, and I think the 260 KVS, they're not going to have the slide out topper on that door side because you've got the awning and there's just not enough room. So you run out your awning even just a little ways and it'll protect your slide out, just like the slide out topper does. We recommend doing a slide out topper on any Outdoors RV model, but they do come standard on the titanium series. So over here, you've got your city water connection, your 50-amp plug-in, satellite and cable. This is your 10-gallon water heater. This does run off of gas and electric. Outdoors RV does a really nice big ladder on everything. That way you can access your roof easily. This is access to your furnace. You shouldn't need to get in here hardly ever, but if you do need to, having this access panel is a big deal. Otherwise, you have to take the furnace completely out from the inside, which is a total pain. So Outdoors RV spends an extra few bucks and gives you an access panel, which is cool. Spare tire, 2-inch receiver hitch. Titanium comes with the backup camera as well as backup lights. In true Outdoors RV fashion, they use the best of the best. So not only do they build a custom built chassis, but they use Dexter 5,200-pound axles, KYB off-road shocks, More Ride CRE 3000 suspension, heavy-duty shackles with bronze bushings, and then also 7 greasable zerts, so you can easily access and grease those points on the suspension. Goodyear Endurance Load Range E tires. These are the American-made, and they're good for up to 85 miles per hour. So as you can see, Outdoors RV is going to be a step above the rest. We have lots of information for you. If you have any questions on floor plans, please see our YouTube channel. You can give us a call. We've got the number listed below. Just reach out and let us know if you have any questions. Outdoors RV is a boutique manufacturer, so they don't build a lot of trailers per year. So it's very important to check availability, and if you need to pre-order, to get that order in place well in advance in order to make sure that you can get your dream trailer. So please let us know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.